Mahogany's mother called the police on her, knowing that she was going to substantially interfere with the bigger picture of her life, her stability. Where is she going to go? She's already left these people from Birmingham. She's escaped these people for 2.5 years. She just go down and visit and come back, yada, yada, whatever, but not getting herself caught up. But now she's in a position to where she absolutely needs something. That's like me being in Hollywood. They don't know the struggles of me in Hollywood. Been in Hollywood for 12 years. They don't know what I went through. They don't know what I had to go through, the psychological essay, all of this stuff for me to get a resume. They think that, oh, I got it made. If I go back to my hometown and think about settling down and restarting, you think they're going to let me be there with all the clout, with all the attention that I get from people, from stuff that I did in Hollywood years ago? No, they don't like me. I would never go back there. So why would Gail put her daughter in a situation where her daughter has an apartment for her daughter, yet you want to take her daughter, and we're going to get here. This gets juicy, okay? This gets so juicy. Ain't no need. This is why the mother did not testify or anything, or have nobody to come up and give any advice, any pour into Mahogany, no way, shape, or form. She had absolutely no love.
All right, everybody.
She said, yes, she did. And it's okay. It's not life-changing. It changed your whole life. Your stability was substantially interfered. You had no choice but to go back.
All right, you guys. Everybody, welcome. Welcome to another breaking news with EmpressParis by way of BIGO.LIVE. Okay? Just like we've been doing all this week, I definitely wanted to touch bases on
Birmingham leadership and the Birmingham Police Department,
the Mahogany Jackson case. And I also wanted to talk about Birmingham in a whole, and then I want to also cover rumors that's been circulating with Mahogany Jackson's family dynamic, the family dynamic. Okay, so everyone, welcome. Please share the live. Please tap the screen. Also, please give the host. Again, this is BIGO Presents Breaking News with EmpressParis. All right, so what we've been covering now for a couple of weeks is the Mahogany Jackson case. Mahogany Jackson is the young lady from Birmingham that was brutally and viciously raped and murdered. Okay, thank you guys so much for the gifts. Thank you also yesterday, you guys, for the Cash App. So what I want to do today is kind of talk about her family dynamic, her mother, for instance, and also I wanted to speak a little bit more on Jessica. Jessica is a neighbor. See, at first when I was hearing Jessica do her interview with another broadcaster on another outlet, I was trying to figure out, what is Jessica talking about? Jessica is a neighbor. She was a neighbor that was in Birmingham, Alabama, which lived next door to Mahogany. All right. Now, Mahogany's mother lived in Jasper. Okay. And we don't know who the mystery guy is in the video. We are assuming it's Ace's father. Some people said that it was also Brandon Pope, but it's allegedly Ace's father. I don't know. I didn't see a mystery girl, but we'll see. We'll see. In any event, Mahogany. So let's talk about like the dynamics on why we think Mahogany was on her own, why we think Mahogany was no longer living with her mother, and why we think Mahogany was put out on the street from what we know to be her public housing. And yeah, so let's talk about that. Okay, now Mahogany Jackson, of course, age 20. Her mother is Gail Maddox. Gail lived in Birmingham. Now, rumor has it, this is more of a rumor segment. This is some things that I don't really know the answers to. So I'm just going to discuss them in an overview in all hopes that maybe we can get some clarity and get some answers in regards to the Mahogany Jackson case. Everyone, again, welcome to my breaking news segment featuring EmpressParis, highlighted and sponsored by BIGO.LIVE. Everyone say shout out to Sir Brock in the comments. He's making his debut back on BIGO today because he's been lost in the sauce, incognito, missing in action, and we don't know where the heck he's been, but now he's here today to troll us, period. Anyway, so yeah, so let's cover that. So let's talk about it. Gail Maddox. Gail Maddox is a mother of allegedly 6. Okay, remember, this is more of a rumor segment. This is more of a segment that I cannot get the answers to right now. So basically what I'm going to do is just put out these things that are being rumored in all hopes that at some point we will be able to get solid and concise, concrete evidence and proof on them. One being Mahogany Jackson's mom, Miss Gail, had 6 kids, right? Six children and a husband, allegedly. Okay. Mahogany at some point did live in Birmingham, but from what I gather, she was back and forth between Birmingham and Jasper because of this really, really rough relationship with her mother and maybe her sister. Allegedly, rumor has it that Mahogany's mother, Gail, does have a husband. And this gentleman may have or may not have been texting Mahogany, may or may not have given Mahogany some weird energy. Remember, this is not factual what I'm stating today. These are just things that people are relating to. People are trying to piece a story together, and I'm trying to just make some sense into it. Okay? All right. Mahogany, of course, was put out of Birmingham from her mother from alleged arguments, disagreements. But in the interim, Mahogany was able to get public housing in Jasper. Because I was a little confused on the mom lives in Birmingham, Mahogany lived in Jasper, but she left Jasper, came to Birmingham. I was so confused on that. So I'm getting a little bit of information and a little insight, and I'm trying to understand more now that Mahogany had her own apartment in Jasper, and this apartment had something to do with public housing, like a public housing apartment, maybe Section A, HUD housing, some type of government assisted living house, right? While Mahogany stayed in Jasper, she got close to a lovely neighbor by the name of Jessica. Jessica is a Caucasian woman. Mahogany Jackson, of course, is an African-American woman. During this neighborly friendship, Jessica did get the opportunity to know Miss Gail and get close to Miss Gail as well. Okay. So that means not only is she now neighbors with Mahogany Jackson and Jasper, but now she also knows Mahogany's mom because Gail would come over and visit. Jessica was one of those neighbors that was just in there around Mahogany, getting to know Mahogany, falling in love with a great young lady, and so on and so forth. Now, Jessica did have kids of her own. I can't give you the proper amount of children, but she did. Now, after this segment with BIGO.LIVE is done at 4, I will be playing an interview that Jessica did with another broadcaster. And I'm going to let you guys hear Jessica's side of the story. Okay, a boy and a girl, 2 boys and a girl. Okay. Now, Jessica's neighbors with Mahogany. Whenever Mahogany needed something from Jessica, Jessica never, ever, 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 ever really turned her back on Mahogany. If Mahogany said, Jessica, I need a few things for my hair, Jessica would get up and run to the store. You know what, Jessica, I need some food. I need some this. I need this. I need little things. Can you help me? Jessica never ever really, based on Jessica's statements, she never really turned her back on Mahogany and never really had to. Although she was aware that Mahogany was really a spicy young lady, very spicy, and at times, if Jessica disagreed with Mahogany, Mahogany would cuss Jessica out. And then later on, maybe an hour or two would pass by, Mahogany would go ahead, swallow her pride, and allow herself to get up and go apologize to Jessica, smooth over their relationship, and everything will be okay. Okay? Now, there was one rule in this HUD housing, government assistant living that was keen to everyone that lived there. And it was violence, fighting, domestic violence, anything like that that pertained to the person that was actually occupying the residence. You can't live that way. You can't move that way. You can consider this second chance housing. And if the cops are called for anything pertaining to that, you could lose your housing. I'm going to say this again because this is going to play a very, very pivotal piece in what I'm going to add to in the minute. Okay, thank you, Sean. Sean, I'm glad you're here. Sean, we'll speak with you again after I'm done with this. Sean, I have a question for you or two. And you know I'll make sure I give you some lunch money. Okay? So we're going to look at it as Mahogany knew it was no 911 calls to be made, no drama, no domestic violence, no fighting, no violence. Don't bring any of that negativity to the front door of this residence because you could lose your benefit. And the benefit that she had was having a house over her head as well as her daughter. Enough, it's enough, okay? All right, so I've set the tone for you guys. I've set the plot. We have Miss Gail, the mother, living in Birmingham with a husband and several kids. We have Mahogany, love-hate relationship with mom, young girl, full of energy, things don't go right, mom, like you gotta go. At some point, Mahogany goes out for herself and get herself some HUD housing, public housing, Section 8, whatever it may be called, but she got her some assisted living, gave her a second chance to have her own place to dwell. Okay? Okay, well, let's talk about this situation then. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll get into it again. This is a segment today where I'm trying to piece together a lot of information because I don't necessarily know the facts to it. So I'm gathering things that I'm hearing and I'm pulling them together. Everything that I'm saying today, I don't know the concrete facts to them, but we're going to have a conversation about it so we can get a clear understanding. And hopefully you guys can help me with some clarity and I'll help you with some clarity. Okay. Well, think about this. What if it was no reason to relocate her? What if the domestic violence wasn't dealing with a man and a woman? What if the domestic violence was dealing with someone that lived in the residence just fighting? You get what I'm saying? Because you got to look at it like this. I think when she lost this housing, it looked at it as if she was the aggressor and she was just fighting somebody, i.e. her mother. But I know I preached about parenting yesterday. I preached about mothers that are trying to help their children. And sometimes these kids don't listen. Now today, I'm going to preach about what if this mother wanted to make it hard for her daughter? What if? Okay? Because I don't want to be biased in this situation. I want to cover all grounds. I want to give everyone a perspective and I want to give everyone some food for thought. I want to give everybody the opportunity to say, I don't know if production is here today. I have no clue. She hasn't said anything. My phone is dead. I couldn't text her, but I don't know if she knows that I go live every day at 12 PST, but hopefully she's here. So your mother is like that. She said it built character, period, media team. My girl, buying you lunch today on time. All right, so let's talk about what if. And again, I don't want you guys to hold anything against me. Yesterday, I spoke on young men and young women that did not listen. And today I kind of want to speak on what if there's a parent that refused to let their child be great. And it could be because of some things that happened in the past. It could be. But I'm trying to figure out, and I kept trying to figure out. Every time I went live, I would always say, I don't understand why public housing, her mom's house, Jasper, Birmingham. But now I understand. Miss Gail lived in Birmingham. Mahogany had already been sent away from her mom's home. Now Mahogany was building her own life in Jasper with a place. Okay, so we have Jessica. At some point, Jessica and Mahogany got very close. Like I told you guys, Mahogany was always welcome to Jessica's house. When Mahogany knocked on the door, Jessica answered. Mahogany had a relationship with Jessica's kids. Jessica always jumped in her car and took care of things that Mahogany couldn't afford at the time, or if she needed a ride. Small things, food, groceries, hair care products, whatever. All right. At some point, Jessica and Mahogany's relationship began to get a little strained. Jessica bears witness to Mahogany beginning to change, cuss her out, be nice to her again, curse her out. And not only that, Mahogany's friends, the people that she was rolling with, it was just becoming a bit too much for Jessica. It was becoming a bit too dangerous for Jessica. And Jessica didn't want to put her household in harm's way. She didn't want to put her kids in harm's way. And she definitely didn't want to put her housing in harm's way. Okay, Kate, let's think about it. Let's talk about it. That was interesting how right after everything unfolded, the mom started taking screenshots and posting all kinds of things to Facebook as if, look, I'm here. I'm here. I'm present. I'm a mother. Look, oh my God. It was interesting because usually when things like that take place, we shouldn't be getting receipts so fast from a mother's phone. That is interesting to think about. And again, I'm not being biased. I covered what if Mahogany was being difficult with her mom. And today I'm going to cover what if the mom was being difficult with Mahogany. I just want everyone to have a fair perspective. I, as a mother, can imagine ignoring a distressing signal from my daughter. And what we're going to understand is, and what I'm going to explain to you guys is, Mahogany was in her mother's city when she was victimized. She had moved from Jasper. Why? Her mother went over to visit her. Now, don't forget, Mahogany, her neighbor was already a little iffy with the people she was rolling with. So if Mahogany was in Jasper making Jessica afraid, that means Mahogany had a whole nother set of friends in Jasper that she was rolling with. A whole nother set of people that Jessica wasn't even comfortable with because she was in Jasper when Jessica was afraid of her and the people she rolled with. Now, this other set of 8 folk, the Birmingham 8, they were in Birmingham. Now, I don't know how far Jasper is from Birmingham, but I'm going to really assume that Mahogany had a whole set of bad energy friends in Jasper and a different set. Okay, then T. Clocker, thank you for her. And a different set in Birmingham. So at some point, Jessica started feeling weird. She started seeing all this action taking place at Mahogany's house. But at the same time, Jessica used to get a lot of text messages from Mahogany. Allegedly, her mother was taking food stamps and selling food stamps. I don't know if Mahogany's baby was with her at the time at the public housing, but Mahogany had an issue with money with her mom, some food stamp information, and she always had to reach out for Jessica for help. And Jessica would do that. So at some point, And on some very day, Mahogany's mom drives from Birmingham to Jasper. She's coming over to see her daughter Mahogany. Jessica bears witness to that day. Mahogany's mom was there. And at some point of the day, from communicating, maybe doing a little grocery shopping in and out the house, Mahogany and her mother allegedly got into an argument, a disagreement over something that I have no clue over. They get into this disagreement that turns into an argument that then turns into a fight. So let's be clear. Mahogany's mom came over to visit her 41 miles away from Birmingham to Jasper. They got physical. Now let's go back to the HUD housing, the public housing, the Section 8 housing out in Birmingham. If you are violating rules such as bringing violence to this community, you could be subject to be causing your lease to be terminated or subject to be evicted. Okay, Chilky. So if Mahogany's mother and herself has a disagreement that turns into an argument, that now turns into a physical altercation, Mahogany is now in harm's way of losing her place. So let's talk about it. Allegedly, her mother called 911 on her. If Gail got into an altercation with her daughter, also if Gail knew that if calling 911 would get this girl evicted and put back on the streets, she won't have a home for her and her daughter anymore. If you calling 911 on her will make that take place, why are you and your daughter having a disagreement, Gail, at her house? Why did the disagreement turn into an argument? Why did the damn disagreement turn physical? And why did you initially dial 911 and get that girl kicked out on the streets? Bling in the comments says, mom's boyfriend allegedly wanted relations with Mahogany. Again, this is my allegedly rumored segment. Well, a lot of these things, I can't get the answer. Yes, I did hear the rumor that Mahogany Jackson's mom's husband, boyfriend, was texting her and giving her weird energy. Rumor has it. And I would hate to feel that the mother is upset at her daughter and not her boyfriend or her husband. I would hate to feel it's another one of these cases where these women are putting these men before their children. We see it too often. We see it too much. We see it almost every day. A lot of us even experienced it growing up as young girls. If Gail knew Mahogany would get put out of her house, Gail, why did you call 911 and why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you just leave? Gail called 911. Once she calls 911, Mahogany was taken to jail that day, y'all. Mahogany was taken to jail. So although Mahogany has left this world, Mahogany has an open case in Jasper against her mother. She was taken to jail. Gail did not bond her out. And Gail, her mother, did not tell Jessica that she was locked up either. Yeah. I was trying to understand, Kate. I was trying to understand. God has put a lot on this lady. God has really put a lot on Miss Gail. Well, what if Miss Gail put this on herself? Gail, what you doing way out in Jasper, 41 miles away, knowing that you and your daughter already have a rough relationship? Y'all energy is always off. What you doing out there fighting with your daughter? Let alone, you know she was going to get put out of her public housing. And not only that, what did you tell the police that was so damaging to make sure your baby got arrested that day? Because a 911 call can be made and say, you know what? It's okay. I only called 911 because we were having a disagreement. I didn't want to get in a scuffle with her. I just want to get my stuff out my daughter's house and I want to leave. That's a 911 call. You can call 911 and 911 can arrange some clarity between the two parties to where you get to go right and she get to go left. Ms. Gail, what are we going to find in that police report, Ms. Gail? When we pull up that police report, Ms. Gail, and when the T-Sippers pull up that 911 call that you made on Mahogany, and I'm saying that, you guys, because I'm asking for a call of action. I want somebody to pull up that 911 call that Gail made to Jasper Police Department. And I want someone to pull up that report. What are we going to find on that report? What did you tell? Hey, J Money. Mahogany was arrested. Gail did not come and bond her out. And Gail did not tell Jessica that Mahogany was put in jail. Mahogany did text Jessica. She texted Jessica. And she was telling Jessica, hey, Mama's stealing food stamps, stealing money, this and that, disagreement. Not only that, I was put in jail. Jessica like, oh my God, you put in jail? Yeah, no one told me. Yeah, my mom wanted me to be put in jail. My mother wanted me to be put in jail. I'm going to have to play these receipts from another broadcaster. My mom wanted me to be put in jail. Miss Gail knew if that girl, 911 was called, and the person that is the sole resident, or the person that is the sole person that lives in that apartment, Miss Gail knew if she called 911 on her daughter and had her arrested, that baby could lose her Section 8, her housing, whatever it was. Okay, Mills. So why couldn't Miss Gail just leave that day? She drove out to Mahogany's house. So this is also what was baffling me, because I was still misunderstanding. So Mahogany got put out of her place. She was in Birmingham for 3 days. She was in Jasper for 3 days. And then I had to kind of like mentally start piece. I've been thinking about this so much because I didn't understand it. And then I had to understand if she was evicted from Jasper, she then had to run back to Birmingham. So when Mahogany got evicted from Jasper, it was around February 23rd. Because again, rumors are saying Mahogany was put out of Jasper for only 3 days before this tragic incident took place. So not only did you call 911 and get your baby arrested, three days later, she's back in Birmingham. You didn't offer her nowhere to stay because you were still upset with your daughter. Miss Gail, were you still upset with your baby? Is that why when she reached out to you by Facebook, you didn't answer? Or you might probably saw a ding that she texted you and you didn't open it? She had to go stay with her killers. Is this what's unfolding, Miss Gail? And I'm acting. Is this what's real? Is this what I'm starting to see? When Mahogany got out of jail, she came to Birmingham, Alabama. She was there for 3 days, homeless. I would really hate that. 3 days homeless, and you calling your mama. And to me, it looks like these calls are unanswered. And then your baby send you a text message. If they were all under 1 minute, do you think they're just ringing? Because we did the Facebook call text the other day. We did the text the other day. And I did a test to my brother. We rang the phone, he answered. We rang it, he didn't answer. Do you think the calls were unanswered? And not only that, when she texts her mom that she's being held against her will at Chase's house, I'm wondering, did Ms. Gail see the notification come on top of her phone of her daughter's name, but didn't open it? Miss Lady Libra, I don't want to think that. I don't want to feel as though Miss Gail could have really, really, really prevented this from happening. Because when I think about the timeline of you going to her house, getting in a fight with her, calling the police to make sure she went to jail, you didn't bond her out, you didn't let the neighbor Jessica know that she was in jail. When she gets out, she's put out that house, and now she's back in Birmingham for 3 days, and she couldn't even sleep on your couch. You didn't even get her a hotel room. But instead, she's sleeping with the enemy. She's sleeping with the enemy. Miss Gail. There's rumors, Miss Gail, of a check that you was taking. There's rumors of food stamps being sold. There's rumors of your boyfriend giving Mahogany some weird energy. Miss Gail, I really need to know, my sister, what's happening here? What are we missing? We already spoke about the children that are being disrespectful and disruptive and trying to run mom and dad house. Because I was missing a big piece of the puzzle. Mahogany was in her own place. She wasn't in your place in Birmingham. Mahogany was out in Jasper, 41 miles away from you, in her own apartment. How did you get from Birmingham way out to Jasper in a big dispute, and a whole fight with your daughter that's going to cause her to go to jail and lose her housing? So I got some feelings in regard to Miss Gail Maddox. And I kept asking myself, wow, God put a lot on this mother, y'all. Don't bother her while she's mourning. For a mother to have to put their daughter out, it takes a lot. What was Mahogany doing to her mother? Mahogany was in her own place, in her own apartment. Mom, why did you drive out there and stir up? What happened? And then the baby gets to Birmingham, and you wouldn't even let her sleep on your couch. You didn't even get your baby a goddamn hotel room. This girl calling you every day. And not only that, she sent the distress signal out to you. Mom, come quick. I am in danger. This is the location. Please bring the police. And my question is, did you see that baby's notification while you were talking on the phone, Miss Gail, or while you were driving? Did you see her notification and just didn't open it up? Of course she's going to trust her mom because she loved her mom. And the disagreements don't make nobody stop loving their mother. Disagreements make you want to be away from your mom. Disagreements make you want to be away from your child, but it don't make you stop loving that child. I just need you to get away from me so we can take a break. But it's questionable, right, Hot Tea? She could have been sleeping, Black Beauty. But Black Beauty, if your daughter got put out in Jasper after she was released from jail, and now she's in your city for 3 days homeless, what's that all about? Why your daughter ain't on your couch? Why you ain't get her a hotel room? Why you ain't answer those 3 or 4 phone calls that your daughter was making to you? Something ain't right. Thank you. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you, Purple Cherry. So beautiful. Guys, help me get to 10K or more today. I appreciate it. I really will. You guys did so great for me yesterday. You get what I'm saying? Enough? Something ain't right. Mama Bear always supposed to kick in. Even if you ain't answering those calls, look at the text messages she's sending you. Her mom could have saved her. If she would have opened that message immediately, cops could have been called to that location immediately. The cops would have seen some movement around that housing complex. Yes. Hey, J Films. Hey, baby. And Nanny McPhee, it says she texted her sister as well. And that's why I kept asking the question. Once we saw the sister's energy on the news station, and she was like, yeah, thank you guys, my family, for mourning. And yeah, I'm sad, and you can, and that's my mom's daughter. So I can only feel how she feels. I can only imagine losing a daughter. She never said, oh my God, my mom is losing it. Oh my God. She said, I can only imagine losing a child. And she never said my mom has lost her child. Meaning, like, when you see your mama cry, you cry. You get what I'm saying? My mom done Esteban. My mom done lost a child. My mom hurting for my sister. We are in mourning. To see my mom cry and break down like that, it's a lot for me. And thank you guys. Thank you to the community for coming around and supporting us. We need this. We love you. My mama, it wasn't even no speech like that. I don't think her mama set her up. I think her mother was still in her feelings, and she just wasn't going to give Mahogany any attention. Thank you, Esteban. I think her mother didn't want to give her any attention. I think her mother wasn't answering her phone calls. I think her mother wasn't answering her text messages because her and Mahogany just had a fight in Jasper, where Mahogany was put in jail and then lost her apartment. Thank you, Esteban. Tough love gone too far. It's sad, Prince Melly Mel, because I don't want that lady to be hurting. But my thing is this, girl, why you put that girl in jail in Jasper? Why you put, everybody should really, we should take this moment. Take your children and say, hey, how you doing? Text your mama right now, just say, how you doing, Mom? Text your dad. For real, everybody take a moment. I need to call my dad anyway. Everybody take a moment. Text your son or daughter. Say, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? Text your mom or your father. Oh, Brianna, miss her mom. And if your mom and father's not here, or your daughter, son ain't here, give them a moment of silence. A moment of silence. Okay, you guys. So I'm questioning what's really going on with Ms. Gail because I don't have any answers. I'm questioning what's going on with Ms. Gail because I have no answers to what took place that day. And if she did that, if that's how she handled her daughter, God ain't gonna put too much on her that she can't bear, but he gonna make her feel it. she gonna feel it. If y'all argument was over food stamps and a check, if that's what it's given, then Miss Gail, we got problems, sis. We got a problem. So I want y'all to just look at some of these receipts here, and we'll stop and talk about them.
Mother did not testify
But
or anything.
apparently, there's some receipts that Gail was showing this gentleman here. I mean Jessica, and so let's I'm just gonna let y'all listen to some of them, and you be the judge.
All right, this one right here.
This is between Mahogany Jackson and Jessica.
Damn, is she there? You know, sometimes when you get arrested down there, they will ban you from the house and from the apartment. What did they charge you with? So right
Let me
here,
back this up a little bit.
she's trying to figure out what the police.
Give me 1 second. Let's back it up a little bit. Sorry, you guys. I don't want y'all to miss a beat of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring out before I get to that one because
No,
that
this
one
is
a
not.
trigger warning.
Are you hungry? Take a piece. It's just for Henry.
I need to narrate this first. Okay. So the message I didn't show is, and Jessica can substantiate this if you guys don't believe me, where between November the 29th and the first, second, and third, Mahogany was asking her to get basic products from the store that she could have gotten herself. We all know stamps drop on the 3rd or whatever. We know that, you know. So something happened on the 3rd. The stamps dropped. She said, I just got out. And Jessica said, just got out of what? She says, jail. For what, girl? Your mom didn't call me. I would have come and bailed you out. Of course she didn't call you. She wanted her to stay there. My mama called the police on me. For what? Now look down here.
So my mom called the police on me. All right. So you guys just let it sink in. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Remember when I told y'all Jessica is very smart and clever? Because see, she don't want no smoke with the mama. She wanted to uphold the superficial narrative that the mama had. Jessica deliberately made sure not to send me this message right here with my video on top of it. Because she wanted to leave me a context clue. Mahogany right here is saying, because I told her not to be selling off food stamps. She got the stamps on the 3rd. What are stamps on the card? Mahogany been begging Jessica for food, been begging Jessica for water, been begging Jessica for the basic things that she should be able to afford, if not with food stamps. Food stamps dropped on the 3rd. Jessica, you know you blocked out that message intentionally because you didn't want me to know that the argument that Mahogany had with her mother was because her mother was selling her food stuff that she get for her and her daughter over there in her apartment trying to run stuff. And she was checking her mother. And you knew that. That's why she was asking you to buy her stuff, random stuff that she could have afforded for herself. So this message right here, it is my information to believe that Mahogany's mother called the police on her and ultimately put her in jail because Mahogany told her to stop selling her food stamps. Because I told her, blank, 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 selling RFO. What else is that? FOO. Jessica, you know you wrong. You know you goddamn wrong for not giving me the full tea. Leaving her nigga out here to speculate. You know you wrong for that. She was selling them food stamps. That's that, okay? Let's move on. All right, follow me.
Thank you guys.
Follow me.
I don't know, Nanny.
All right, this one right here.
Okay, listen.
This is a. Damn, is she there? You know, sometimes when you get arrested down there, they will ban you from the house and from the apartment. What did they charge you with? So right here, she's trying to figure out what the police arrested her for and charged her because she let Mahogany know in December, girl, if you get a domestic violence charge, you get a certain charge, you're about to be kicked from this housing. Where the hell are you going to go? So Mahogany's mother who's older than her, who's been through it, she know if her daughter got government apartment housing, her daughter's arguing with her about why are you selling the food stamps that I need for my house and my daughter? Oh, what? Really? Let me call the police on you on this premises. Let me get you a certain charge on this premises to make sure you know who's in charge and who's in control here. Right here. Damn, is she there? You know, sometimes when you get arrested down there, they will ban you from the house and from the apartment. What do they charge you with? No, she's not. And they charge me with the failure to obey officer. That's what they probably charge you with. But the state can come and pick up any charges, especially if you're a young black woman. And the white folks know exactly what to do to get you from the security that you have in Jasper. And your mama from Birmingham, why the hell is she at your apartment? Why the hell is your mama and your sister and all their kids at your apartment? You're the young one that's out there doing for you. You're the one who was told to get out at 18 is Mahogany. And you got your own apartment close enough but far enough from your family, but your family keep on coming to your apartment causing issues. Mahogany, you know you caused issues for your daughter and got her evicted. And you talking about, and Jessica, thank you so much about her talking about how she was hard and difficult to follow the rules. That's why she couldn't live with Gail. She didn't need to live with Gail if Gail wouldn't have called the police on her and got her evicted from her government housing. Did your mom want you to go to jail? I'm sorry that happened. Yes, she did, and it's okay. It's not life-changing. It is life-changing, Mahogany, because you didn't pay attention to this message up here. Damn, is she there? You know sometimes when you get arrested down there, they will ban you from the house in the apartment. Mahogany's mother called the police on her, knowing that she was going to substantially interfere with the bigger picture of her life, her stability. Where is she going to go? She's already left these people from Birmingham. She's escaped these people for 2.5 years. She just go down and visit and come back, yada, yada, whatever, but not getting herself caught up. But now she's in a position to where she absolutely needs something. That's like me being in Hollywood. They don't know the struggles of me in Hollywood. Been in Hollywood for 12 years. They don't know what I went through. They don't know what I had to go through, the psychological essay, all of this stuff for me to get a resume. They think that, oh, I got it made. If I go back to my hometown and think about settling down and restarting, you think they gonna let me be there with all the clout, with all the attention that I get from people, from stuff that I did in Hollywood years ago? No, they don't like me. I would never go back there.
All right, so how y'all feeling about
in a situation where her daughter?
So how y'all feeling about this so far? I think her mom is gonna always feel guilty as well. Something ain't adding up with Gail on how she handled this whole situation, how Mahogany was put in jail that day and Gail never even went to bond her out.
Absolutely no love. She said, yes, she did. And it's okay. It's not life-changing. It changed your whole life.
Yeah, it changed your whole
Your
life.
stability was substantially interfered. You had no choice but to go back to humble beginnings.
She'll work it out as right now, I don't have a mom. She'll work it out as right now, I don't have a mom. My mom's heart is broken. I can't stop crying. I really don't want to be here no more. That girl said she didn't even want to live no more. She didn't want to even live no more. Let me back this up. So, Mahogany, 20 years old. So did your mom want you to go to jail? Yes, she did. And it's okay. It's life. I'll get better. This is so sad for a 20-year-old to think. It's my life is my mom and I fighting and she gonna call the police on me and make sure I go to jail. It's life at 20 years old. It's life, honey. That is crazy. Yeah, y'all will work it out. Everybody's struggling right now. The reason why Jessica said everybody's struggling right now because Mahogany had already mentioned to you guys earlier that she had an argument. Basically, my mom was selling our food stamps. I didn't want her to sell the food stamps. I need food too. Now, are we under the impression that Mahogany's daughter stayed by her mom's house? Yes, yeah. But Ms. Gail, your daughter don't want you to sell the food stamps, baby. I would love some food stamps right now. But I know if my daughter had a baby and I sold her food stamps, my daughter would be pissed off at me too. And I would have to make that right. I would basically be letting her know, okay, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna sell your food stamps no more. That's wrong. I ain't finna fight her about it. I'm wrong. That she don't want me selling no damn food stamps because she wants food in her house as well. And we already got whiff of Mahogany not having food and different things and different resources. That's why she kept running to Jessica. She'll work it out. As of right now, I don't have a mom. As of right now, I don't have a mom. My heart is broken. I can't stop crying. I really don't want to be here no more. That girl said she really don't want to be here no more. She really don't want to be here no more. Very, very, very sad. She don't want to be here no more.
I can't stop crying. I really don't want to be here no more. Because at this time, she found out that she's finna get evicted. She finally paid attention. It's not life-changing, but now you want to cry because your apartment is gone. Your apartment is gone. It gets even juicier, y'all. Look. She found out that she was getting evicted for being arrested on the premises for what her and her mother did to her, sold her food stamps, called the police on her. And then she said, I want to blank, bruh. Maybe she'll be happy then.
Oh, Jesus. Baby. These words are too strong. You see what I'm saying? The power of the tongue. The actions that we take in life. We got to be mindful and very, very, very careful. This is just a small moment in time. This is Jessica. 5 years from now, you're not even going to remember this, but you have to start keeping your calm and composure when you're upset. I want to die, bro. Maybe she'll be happy then. Give your mom grace because she struggles a lot too. If your mom didn't love you, she wouldn't try to hold you accountable. That's real love. Very interesting case, y'all.
And just realized that her neighbor told her, man, you just got out of jail. You finna get evicted.
Accountable for what?
If I know this, the complex know it. So they finna serve you a 30-day notice. Follow me, right? They finna serve you a 30-day notice at some point. This happens around December the 28th, 29th. Okay? They're not gonna serve it right then and there. They're gonna wait a couple weeks.
So this happened.
Oh yeah,
that's right. That's why she wrote that letter.
So she's evicted. She's evicted. And she needs to move out, according to Jessica. She needs to move out around February the 20th. Or whatever.
Okay.
In the apartment is.
I'm glad I got this cleared away. So even at the funeral, the house hadn't been cleaned out yet. Gail still got to go down to that house in Jasper and clean it out. All right, y'all. So this happened at the end of December. And it took them a month or two to serve her and have her evicted based on her being arrested this day with the altercation with her mom. You can't see yourself doing it, Miss Libra, but it's a lot of, yeah, this happens. The baby, I'm assuming, was with the mother.
Still got furniture and things in there.
Still.
Mahogany was in Birmingham trying to figure out where she was going to live for 3 days before this happened. She went to Birmingham on February the 20th. And I'll get to what happened between February the 20th and her untimely demise. All right, let's show them more receipts.
I hope not irresistible.
Not this one.
Ooh, I had another bad dream. Please check on my baby for me. Wow.
I'm trying to put this in chronological order.
She did, Mr. Phil.
Okay. Now,
So this is old. These are old messages.
she's out of jail. She's out of jail. She go back to Birmingham and she's good. She's in Birmingham. Mind you, her mother live in Birmingham. She done got put out of her apartment. She's about to get evicted. Her mama them over in Jasper.
Thank you, Bubblegum.
In the apartment. She probably got a protective order to where she can't even go in the apartment no more because her mama
you got some green beans
somehow established residency there. So she get out of jail. She's in Birmingham.
Stop
She's
eating
good
food.
now. Just do me a favor. She's telling her neighbor in Jasper, which the apartment is in her name, she can't even go to her own apartment because her mother done put a case on her. So she got to go back to what? Birmingham. I'm in Birmingham. Just do me a favor and check on my baby. Me and my mom's not speaking, and I just had another bad dream. So please check on my baby for me. If she got an apartment in Jasper, and it's not like her mama was at her house in Birmingham, why would you need to tell your neighbor who's in Jasper to check on your baby? When the apartment in Jasper, the government apartment is in your name, and your mama, your daughter, your mama, your sister, all her kids and all of them are in your apartment for what? Oh, we here to watch your daughter. We here to support you. No, you're not. You ever heard some shit like that? Your mama lived 40 minutes away, then did some stuff, then got the courts involved, the police involved, where you can't even go back to your house. And now you got to go to Birmingham, where your mama have a house set, and you can't even go there. As a matter of fact, your mama got your daughter, so you can't even check on her. We're going to get more into that. Let me bring the next exhibit. Mm-hmm. So she said she had a bad dream, something going on with her daughter. There was another piece of that. Is this it? No. Not this one. All right, so she had another bad dream. This was December the 9th. After her mama put her in jail for complaining on the 4th, for talking about what she doing with her stamps. Put her in jail. She done got out of jail. 5 days later. Where is she? She in Birmingham. Whose house? Who she's hanging out with in Birmingham? Not her mama. Where you at now? December 17th, Birmingham. But you got a whole apartment in Jasper. And your mama's staying there. Seems like she was forced. Seems like her mother is so jealous and co-conspired against her, knowing that she would have to leave and knowing she would be evicted, to drag her down. This is a clear example of a mother treating her daughter like a crab in a bucket. You guys understand what I'm saying? Let me come on. I got some more for y'all. Go ahead and hit the like. Hit the like, please, and thank you.
You had 2 pieces of chicken. It's another one. What you ate?
Mm-hmm.
And the other.
All right. This one, I think I want to show you guys this to show you the passion this woman had for her daughter. These are the messages Jessica sent her about her relationship between her mother and her, where she don't understand the full scope of things. She just somebody that just met her as an adult, somebody that met her after she was 18 and her mother already forced her out the house. She poured into her, saying, "You've been on my mind a lot. When I was your age, I was living the same life as you right now. But when I tell you that I missed so much with my son that I will never get back, I regret it to this day. I hope you understand that we've all stuck in generational curses. But somebody has to be strong enough to break it. You and your mom have both been hurt, and y'all projected onto each other. Be safe." Projected onto each other. Your mama childish enough to feed into some BS and projected on you. It seems like she got some problems. She got some psychological problems. Clearly jealous for her daughter, which is why you would tell her to get out at the age of 18, and then when she get out and find an apartment and stabilize herself, find a job, getting food stamps, got custody of her daughter and stuff. Now you compete. You want custody of the daughter. You want her to be codependent upon you. You want it to where she can't get government of housing anymore. Why? Because you're so jealous of her, and you know if she don't have any stability, you can take custody of her daughter for a motherfucking food stamp check, AFDC child support, all of that stuff. And now that she's no longer here, Social Security check and other benefits for that child. And Mahogany's out of the way. She's out of my hair. I don't have to worry about the man that I married wanting to sleep with her anymore.
Allegedly.
She said, I will thank you. I just make money and spend on my little girl.
Okay, y'all listen. So again, this live today had a lot of unanswered thoughts going through my head. A lot of this stuff was projected on my feelings and some things that I pulled from Donna, this individual on YouTube. And again, there's not a lot of facts that I can find that the father was interested in Mahogany. A lot of people are speculating and saying these things, but again, it's all alleged until we can get the facts. But it does remain that Mahogany did go to jail by her mom's 911 call, and she was put out of her public housing because of that 911.
All the time.
What y'all talking about?
She has a daughter that she loved, and her daughter loved her mom.
What about you? Did you love your daughter?
What was done to her wasn't right. It wasn't fair. I'm not even going to speak on that. But she was loved, and she loved her family.
And I loved her. Say it, girl.
And she loved CBL.
And I loved her.
I want to thank everybody.
I ain't nail tear come out your eyes, lady. I'm sorry. You are a wicked Negro. You know, we want to know why did you call the police and get your daughter arrested, which led to the housing complaints to get her evicted, and you didn't want her to stay with you, but you was at her house when you caused the conflict. Instead of you taking your big grown rusty self and going back to your house in Birmingham, you sat right up there and let your daughter get arrested.
Some ain't right,
Gail. That you started selling her food stamps.
Yeah, we on your tail. Think twice.
Because they say you sell more than food stamp. I hope you get caught up for all them PPP loan fries over there in Birmingham, and I don't care. Listen, I don't care. She need to be held accountable. God need to do their bidding with her.
So now they're saying
the same thing about some people that
her
I know
mom put out for tax money. I hope this wasn't all over money and food stamps.
The shame about why I say what I say. That's why I can say what I say with so much conviction. Because I know these wicked Negroes.
I know that people have been praying for me.
Yeah, girl.
Girl,
look.
You don't deserve prayer.
Look. This is what I want y'all to show something. Look. Watch when she say, I know people been praying for me. Why she shake her head no? This is what I'm talking about. When you know you done ate the cake and somebody say you ate the cake and you shaking your head no. When you watch this. This is a great example. Watch.
And for me.
Let me back it up. People been praying for me. Watch how she say no.
And I can say the same thing about some people that I know that I'm close to know and love.
Watch this.
I will tell you the stories. I don't have the shame about why I say what I say. That's why I can say what I say with so much conviction. Because I know these wicked Negroes.
I know that people have been praying for me.
Shake their head. Shake their head.
You don't deserve prayer. Your daughter's spirit is riding your back. Your daughter's spirit is so powerful and so important to the black community the way we gonna ride your goddamn back on the internet too. You need to be held accountable. You need to speak at the funeral.
Damn.
The 3 million was behind you and child, please. That was the look and the aesthetics. You weren't finna fall over. You ain't shedding hands.
Gail. When somebody pray for you, girl, they pray for me. I got some praying warriors. I got a praying grandmother. The church prayed for me. How can you do this when you're talking about God in prayer? No. They prayed for me. because I don't deserve it. That's the only thing I can match with that. They prayed for me. But I don't deserve it, Jesus. Girl, don't play with us, Gail. Something ain't right, girl. TT, they prayed for you, TT.
No, that's body language.
That's body language, girl. We here to read you. You think she should be? I don't think she should be in jail. She's gonna be in spiritual jail. Her whole heart and soul gonna remain captive because of the things that took place. Because as a mom, no, she ain't set her daughter up. But she didn't have to treat her so poorly to where she placed her daughter in the hands of these enemies. Exactly. She treated her daughter so poorly. Allegedly, okay, she let food stamps and money come in between their bond, and in order, Jesus Christ, she let food stamps, y'all, and a little money come between their bond. She pushed her daughter over the edge of the absolutely. Spiritual jail is worse. Oh my God, because it's going to be eternal. Until she come on live in the same interviews you doing here, until you could come on live, baby, and say, y'all forgive me, but I could have handled this better. Y'all forgive me. My daughter and I had disagreements over food stamps and money. Y'all, I need the world to forgive me, Jesus. Because if I want to put my baby in jail that day to where she lost her housing and she was out homeless, and I didn't get her a couch, I didn't get her a hotel room, Lord. I didn't do nothing for her. And I pushed her over to her enemies, Jesus. I need you to forgive me, Lord, and I need everybody to forgive me. Other than that, this is going to be a very, very hard road for her. Yeah. She has to be humbled and healed. But Lord Jesus, heal her. Lord, humble her. Allow her, my Heavenly Father, to profess her wrong. Do her, my Heavenly Father. Ask for forgiveness on every angle. Every angle, my Heavenly Father. Ask for Mahogany to forgive you too. Ask Mahogany's daughter to forgive you, Jesus. Oh, Miss Gail. Miss Gail have weaved the web, baby. Oh, Miss Gail. Yes, Lord. She alleges she has a daughter. But if their fight is over food stamps and check, it's a lot of mothers fight their kids over food stamps and check. It is, though. You agree with that, TT?
Yeah.
It's a lot of mothers fighting over food stamp. Food stamp and check. Food stamp and check. Food stamp and check.
That's Social Security.
It is. I'll put you out. Why? Because you can't live with me and I'm taking care of you and your daughter because I need the food stamp and check. So you got to get put out. And when I put you out, once you get your place, I'm going to keep calling the food stamp folk and the check folk on you to continue to strip you and make you pay more and pay more. I want this to be very hard for you. Food stamp and check. Her mama, food stamp agent, a real estate agent didn't even need to take her stamps. Well, guess what? The real estate in Alabama ain't real estating. I don't know why. This damn real estate agent that can sell a house and get an apartment for people and get her little check while she was stressing that girl about her food stamps. Why was you stressing your baby about it? Be rich people. Listen, it be mothers well off be bothering their children about their stamp. Baby, can you give me mother some stamps just because they're free? These stamps is for these children household. Ladies that got a job and a husband, leave people alone about their stamps. Right. Stop calling your child about stamps and WIC. Go buy your own. Leave these young girls alone about their WIC, cheese, and stuff. Now, if you got 8 jugs of milk and you want to give me one, okay. But I'm not calling you about get auntie some stamps. Get auntie stamps. When my children have their kids, I'm not calling them about their stamps if they be on stamps. Now, TT, if you got 8 jugs of milk and you letting that WIC expire, give me that WIC that's about to expire, girl. So I can get me a little milk, a little almond milk, and a little black-eyed peas to cook it. But I'm not going to be bothered. I don't bother my kids about their things now. What is that? I thought that was trash. Girl, that's about to go out the door. No, Black Onyx, for real. Leave your children. Everybody's so stamped motherfucking crazy. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me text my stepmother. Yeah, buy some stamps from these folk. She's selling that girl stamps, and a Mahogany checked her on it, and she didn't like that. Miss High Profile Real Estate Agent Gail Maddox, calling Gail Maddox, got a strong Miss Maddox. Miss Maddox was selling food stamps. And Mahogany wasn't having it. Because Mahogany whole thing is, I'm begging Jessica to feed me, and you selling my food stamps. Every time Mahogany check on the damn food stamp card, Mama's selling them. Somebody else been shopping for grocery. And you know people been shopping. You could tell that different Walmart. This big $200 order, then somebody else got a $150, and then somebody else got a $300. Miss Real Estate Agent, why was you selling that baby stamps? Why were y'all arguing over food stamps, Gail? Why were you and Mahogany arguing over food stamps?